Hello guys, welcome back to our anime moment. Guys, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Today is explanation of Renegade Immortal episode number 478 based on novel. So let's start. Although esteemed teacher Tian Zhao sounded arrogant and revealed a look of contempt, he was extremely serious. Although he hadn't seen Wang Lin before, the name of the Lord of the Sealed Realm was often talked about in the past several decades. In particular, how the Fire Sparrow clan ancestor was cut in half brought him shock. However, if this was it, he wouldn't mind. After all, the Fire Sparrow clan ancestor was only at the early stage of Nirvana Void and not worthy of his attention. What really shocked him was esteemed Nan Zhao. Esteemed Nan Zhao's cultivation level was similar to his, but in the end he died miserably to this Lord of the Sealed Realm. He was seeing Wang Lin for the first time now, and he had watched him stop and tear apart this vortex that had been rotating for countless years outside the Alliance headquarters. This caused his scalp to go numb. However, right now he had to speak like this, otherwise, if he revealed any intent to retreat, the minds of these tens of thousands of cultivators could immediately collapse. This person borrowed the formation spirit from back then. There is no way someone at his cultivation level could kill Nan Zhao. Today, he was able to pause the vortex due to his understanding of restrictions. This old man doesn't believe he can do anything without the heaven-splitting axe. Esteemed teacher Tian Zhao calmed down after thinking about the thing inside the seven-colored realm. At this moment, he waved his big sleeve and the three Joss flame black dragons shot toward Wang Lin. The tens of thousands of outer realm cultivators were all nervous. Wang Lin had appeared too suddenly, and before they could adjust their thoughts, they were already filled with fear. They didn't even dare to resist. Wang Lin had left a profound impression on them back then. It was a sense of madness that could make their souls quake, a sense of glory and might that made them tremble in fear. Before the first battle, the ancient star system had placed Wang Lin as the #1 person to kill. Most people in the ancient star system felt disdain toward this, but after the first battle, no one questioned it. Wang Lin was someone the outer realm cultivators feared a lot. It was a painful tear in the flesh, it was very painful. The three Joss flame black dragons let out a heaven-shaking roars and charged at Wang Lin. Before they even got close, a gust of wind caused Wang Lin's long hair to flow and his white clothes to flutter. Even the space around Wang Lin seemed like it was going to collapse under this wind. Crackling sounds echoed and large amounts of spatial rifts appeared. Master Flamespark was behind him, and his pupils shrank and all his hair stood up. He could clearly feel an extremely terrifying force inside the wind from the black dragons. This power could collapse space itself. If one sliver landed on him, his body and his origin soul would be destroyed. He felt that even if Master Lu Fu arrived, Master Lu Fu would have to quickly retreat. A bit of carelessness would lead to Master Lu Fu being seriously injured. However, this gust was not what terrified Master Lu Fu. What terrified him was Wang Lin. Wang Lin remained calm as his clothes and hair fluttered in the wind. The wind left no mark on his face. It seemed as if this destructive wind was a mere gentle breeze to him. Three Joss flame black dragons. As Wang Lin looked at the three fierce black dragon, there was a flash of coldness in his eyes. He could only use 20% of his power if he didn't want the rejection force to kick in. If it was a Nirvana Void cultivator, Wang Lin could instantly kill that person. However, 20% wasn't enough to instantly kill a Spirit Void cultivator, not even one at the early stage. However, there were things he had to do today. Save Qing Shui and obtaining the Dao Spirit were things he absolutely had to do. Wang Lin made a decision. I'll ignore the rejection force for now. Even if it shortens the time I can suppress it, I must go all out this once. After making a decision, Wang Lin didn't use any spells. At this moment, when the three black dragons closed in, Wang Lin's eyes emitted a flash of golden light. In a flash, the golden light filled the area. Wang Lin's figure became blurry under this golden light and a heaven-shaking aura spread out from his body. This aura shook the world as the golden light shrouded the area. Three miserable roars came from the three Joss flame black dragons that were charging at Wang Lin. After being swept by the golden light, their bodies trembled and they didn't dare to approach. They wanted to retreat instead. However, as the golden light spread out, the three Joss Flame black dragons retreated only a few dozen feet and didn't dare to continue. They looked at Wang Lin in fear, making their huge bodies seem extremely small. The fear in their eyes seemed to drown them. They recognized this golden light. Deep within their memories, this golden light was something that couldn't be erased. Although they had been caught by esteemed teacher Tian Zhao when they were young and had been slowly refined to become his Joss Flame souls, the memory of this golden light from their inheritance couldn't be erased. They clearly remembered that a long, long time ago, anyone who had this golden light stood at the pinnacle of the world. Even their parents had to tremble in fear before this golden light. Even their entire Black Dragon clan would be wiped out if they dared to resist this golden light. But this golden light was even more pure than the one from their memories. This was an extremely authentic celestial spiritual energy. While they were trembling, one of the black dragons couldn't bear it and let out a miserable scream. As its body trembled, black blood ejected out from between its scales. The remaining two black dragons also let out miserable screams and spewed out a lot of blood. Trembling, they coiled up and began worshipping Wang Lin. The tens of thousands of cultivators that were hit by this golden light trembled and felt unimaginable fear and awe. The aura from Wang Lin made them all tremble. They were like mortals just meeting a celestial. An invisible majesty came from this golden light. One of the tens of thousands of cultivators couldn't bear it anymore. He coughed out blood and his knees went soft. It was as if a powerful force was pressing down on him. He had to kneel. If he didn't kneel and worship, his mind would collapse. While coughing out blood, he knelt down. A large amount of outer realm cultivators beside him followed suit. They all coughed out blood and knelt down. Then tens of thousands of cultivators knelt down, and not a single one had the strength to remain standing. It was as if there was an extremely noble bloodline in Wang Lin's body and all the cultivators in the world had to worship him. As long as one was a cultivator, they couldn't resist this sense of awe that came from their soul. At this moment, they seemed to forget about the inner and outer realms. At this moment, all they could see was Wang Lin, who stood above them like a king. The tens of thousands of cultivators were kneeling and the black dragons had been defeated. Ask the heavens who controlled life and death. Wang Lin, whose expression was calm, walked toward esteemed teacher Tian Zhao. Master Flamespark subconsciously licked his dried lips and his mind was blank as he stared at all of this. He didn't dare to believe what he was seeing. The moment esteemed teacher Tian Zhao saw this golden light, his eyes flooded with extreme fear and he let out an uncontrollable scream. He seemed to remember something when he saw this golden light, and his expression changed greatly as he retreated like crazy. The battle between the outer and inner realm, personal honor, the order from the Sovereign Council? He had forgotten it all as he let out a scream and rapidly retreated in terror. This is impossible. This golden light is... Wang Lin's figure was calm, and the aura of a master could be seen by everyone. He stepped forward toward esteemed teacher Tian Zhao, who was retreating like crazy, and threw a punch. Thunderous rumbles echoed, and a golden storm appeared to form a giant, golden first. It rapidly pierced through the void and appeared before esteemed teacher Tian Zhao's body. A thunderous bang rang out and esteemed teacher Tian Zhao coughed out blood before his body was torn apart. Large amounts of Joss flames appeared in an attempt to form another body. After the punch, Wang Lin waved his sleeve and golden thunder came out of his right eye. The Alliance headquarters was filled with golden thunder. A bolt of golden thunder descended upon esteemed teacher Tian Zhao's origin soul. Thunderous rumbles echoed and the endless Joss flame souls around esteemed teacher Tian Zhao let out miserable screams. They all collapsed and died. Celestial thunder. This is celestial thunder. Esteemed teacher Tian Zhao coughed out a mouthful of essence origin energy. His eyes were filled with indescribable fear as he desperately retreated. Celestial. You're an celestial. Esteemed teacher Tian Zhao had almost lost his wits and given up all will to resist. He didn't dare to resist. Back when he captured the three dragons, he saw such golden light from a celestial before. At that time, just one gaze from that man caused him to enter a coma for 10 years. Wang Lin felt intense pain in his body and the rejection force showed signs of erupting. He decided not to pay attention to it and waved his left hand. He pointed at the retreating Tian Zhao and the golden fire in his left eye flew out. A sea of golden fire swept by and instantly engulfed Tian Zhao. Then the Emperor Furnace appeared and everything vanished. Esteemed teacher Tian Zhao's origin soul was instantly collected. Wang Lin hadn't spoken a single word this entire time. However, when he easily killed esteemed teacher Tian Zhao, he silently made his statement. Ask the heavens who can control life and death. Wang Lin looked at the giant cultivation planet as the outer realm cultivators knelt there, shaking. He looked calm, but the ancient devil stars in his right eye started flashing. The rejection force broke out, but he continued to suppress it, so no one noticed a thing. While he suppressed the rejection force inside his body, Wang Lin looked at the huge cultivation planet. There was a restriction around the planet. This had to be the second gate to the Alliance headquarters after the vortex. This restriction was very intricate. It used the surrounding dozen planets to form a formation that created a loop. It made the planet like a cultivator and allowed it to cultivate. Wang Lin had never seen this before, and after seeing it his eyes lit up. This planet is very interesting. Master Flamespark, when you were an elder of the Alliance, did you hear anything about this planet? Master Flamespark was awakened from the shock from before. He became even more respectful and quickly said, Junior has heard of some matters. This cultivation planet isn't natural but was refined by the Alliance by using many cultivation planets. Cultivating on it would take only half the effort. Under Master Longpan's unknown spell, this became the second formation of the Alliance. It was said that this formation is much stronger than the Vortex. However, outsiders were rarely allowed to come here, so Junior has never seen the power of the formation. After he finished speaking, Master Flamespark seemed to remember something and said, Master Longpan was the head elder of the Alliance and also Master Zhongxian's teacher. However, he died long ago? Not necessarily. Wang Lin's eyes lit up as he looked at the huge planet. He could feel 4 auras inside. 3 auras were trembling, they were very nervous. The final aura seemed to be sleeping. The tens of thousands of cultivators kneeling around them were trembling, their minds filled with fear. They no longer had control over their fate. It was controlled by the white-robed Lord of the Sealed Realm. The 3 black dragons were also trembling while coiled up, their eyes were filled awe. Even their roars had turned into whimpers. Wang Lin withdrew his gaze from the giant cultivation planet. While he suppressed the rejection force inside him, he raised his right hand and reached out at the 3 black dragons. The 3 black dragons flew toward Wang Lin. Wang Lin waved his hand and one of the 3 dragons flew toward him. Wang Lin grabbed hold of the black dragon by the neck. The black dragon was like a snail and coiled its body as it was filled with fear. Wang Lin's eyes lit up as he looked at the black dragon. His eyes seemed to be able to penetrate into the black dragon and see the Joss Flame world inside. There were thousands of Joss Flame souls inside, and they were all clearly inner realm cultivators. There were even a few that looked familiar. There was a flash of coldness in his eyes and he mercilessly squeezed. The black dragon screamed and Wang Lin's right hand reached inside it. The thousands of inner realm cultivators it had devoured were taken out and allowed to enter the reincarnation cycle. Wang Lin threw the Joss Flame black dragon at Master Flamespark. Do you remember that when you and I met, you said I was your fated person? I give this to you. Joss Flames are poisonous, but for you, perhaps the benefit is greater than the disadvantage. With these Joss Flames, if you have the opportunity, you may become a 3rd-step cultivator. Master Flamespark's body trembled and he revealed monstrous excitement. He grabbed the black dragon sealed by Wang Lin but didn't know what to say. Filled with excitement and a complicated feeling, he bowed at Wang Lin. How could he forget when they first met? When he said they were fated, it was just a joke. He didn't expect that joke to eventually create this karma. The Shengong family has a child called Shengong Hu. Is he still alive? Wang Lin then looked at the outer realm cultivators. To him, these people were already dead. Master Flamespark's hands trembled as he put away the black dragon. He was an old monster who had cultivated for tens of thousands of years. He suppressed the excitement and respectfully said, "Shengong Hu." Junior remembers, he is still at All Heaven. Wang Lin revealed a hint of reminiscence. His memory of Shengong Hu reappeared in his mind. Back then, he was weaker than Shengong Hu, but Shengong Hu had decided to recognize Wang Lin as his lord. Every time Wang Lin thought about it, he would smile. "That Shengong Hu helped me before. When you go back to All Heaven, take care of him for me." Wang Lin waved his right hand and the second black dragon flew over. After he took out the inner realm cultivator souls and sealed it, he threw it Master Flamespark. "Help me deliver this to Shengong Hu. Tell him this is my gift to him for recognizing me as his lord." Master Flamespark was startled for a moment and felt a hint of envy. He quickly nodded and put the second Joss Flame Black Dragon away. Wang Lin's golden gaze landed on the third Black Dragon. There was a flash of coldness in his eyes and he slowly said, "You can understand my words. Devour all the cultivators here and destroy this formation for me. I'll give you a chance to live." The Black Dragon trembled and looked up. Then he turned around and let out a roar before charging at the outer realm cultivators. Miserable screams echoed across the stars. Even Master Flamespark's eyes twitched when he heard these screams. Although he was an inner realm cultivator, watching the weak and fragile struggle of the outer realm cultivators before the Black Dragon was still shocking. Looking at all of this while feeling satisfied, he felt an even stronger sense of respect for Wang Lin's ruthlessness. These tens of thousands of cultivators were powerless to resist. The Black Dragon was filled with fear and despair. When it heard Wang Lin would give it a chance to live, it almost went crazy. In less than 15 minutes, almost none of the outer realm cultivators remained. All the outer realm cultivators were devoured and their souls had become part of the Joss Flame realm in its body. The flesh and blood of these cultivators integrated with its body, giving the dragon a purplish glow. The sharp thorns around its body grew out a bit more. Even the single horn on its head grew an inch. With a roar, the Black Dragon also grew longer. Its body that was hundreds of thousands of feet long charged at the cultivation planet. It was so fast that afterimages appeared. It closed in on the planet in an instant and smashed into it, causing a thunderous rumble. Thunderous rumbles echoed. The giant cultivation planet trembled, then the small planet seemed to be controlled by some force to shoot out toward the Black Dragon. A thunderous rumble echoed, and as the Black Dragon smashed into the planet, a shockwave spread. The Black Dragon trembled and was knocked back far away. The giant planet also trembled and large amounts of cracks appeared on it. Wang Lin calmly stood there. The rejection force inside his body had been slowly suppressed as he stared at the planet. When the cracks on the planet appeared, the fourth aura that had been sleeping suddenly awakened. When it awakened, the giant planet seemed to come to life. The smaller planets around it formed two lines and a ghostly light linked them together. They were lined on both sides of the giant planet. A white light came from the giant planet. This white light shot into the air and then the phantom of a white-haired old man appeared. The white-haired old man's phantom body was connected to the planet. It was as if he was the planet. "Anyone who offends the Alliance will be destroyed." An ancient voice came from the soul inside the old man. This voice entered Wang Lin's soul and Master Flamespark's body. When Master Flamespark saw the white-haired old man, his eyes widened and he exclaimed, "Master Longpan." From far away, the Cultivation Alliance headquarters looked extremely shocking. The huge planet was like a body without legs, and the two lines of planets were like its arms. As for the old man connected to the planet, he was like the head of this body. What kind of cultivation planet was this? It was clearly a person. What great courage! He actually fused his origin soul and soul with the cultivation planet. In a way, he was able to gain immortality. Wang Lin had long noticed that something was wrong with the planet. That's why he had allowed the Black Dragon attack, and at this moment, he finally understood everything. Master Zhongxian's teacher, Master Longpan, must have reached the end of his life when he thought of this shocking idea. He also was able to perfect this idea and make it come true. No old monster should be underestimated. Anyone who could come up with such a method would be extremely smart. Wang Lin looked at the old man. Although they were enemies, he still felt admiration in his heart. Master Flamespark looked at all of this. He was very intelligent, and after pondering for a moment, he gasped. I only met Master Longpan once. I thought he had already died. I didn't expect this. Wang Lin's eyes lit up and he pointed forward. The black dragon that was knocked back began to struggle and let out a roar. It frantically rushed forward with its huge body and roared at the cultivation planet. Its roar continued, and when it closed in, it opened its mouth. Its Joss Flame realm opened up and a large amount of Joss Flame souls flew toward the cultivation planet. However, just at this instant, a shocking change occurred. A mournful and frantic roar came from the cultivation planet. This roar was filled with madness and an indescribable killing intent. Only those who had slaughtered many in their life could have this killing intent. This killing intent was clearly the slaughter essence. Wang Lin was familiar with this roar. The moment it appeared, Wang Lin's expression changed for the first time. A burst of excitement appeared. Senior brother Qing Shui. Wang Lin cared a lot about those that helped him. Even if the world decayed due to the passage of time, Qing Shui's kindness would not disappear. Wang Lin always repaid those who helped him. Qing Shui recognized Wang Lin as a cross-generation junior brother due to one spell and had taught Wang Lin the complete spells. He had also acted like a mountain for Wang Lin when Wang Lin was weak. You are my junior brother, I won't let anyone hurt you. That line was enough to keep Wang Lin warm for thousands of years. Back then, Wang Lin had to escape in fear as he didn't have the power to save Qing Shui. He had made a decision that as long as there was a chance, he would go to the Cultivation Alliance and save his senior brother. Bai Fan was a stranger to Wang Lin and he didn't recognize Bai Fan as his teacher. However, Wang Lin recognized Qing Shui as his senior brother in his heart, his senior brother for life. Qing Shui's life was sad, his life was not happy. His wife had died by his hand and all his relatives were killed by him during his madness. Eventually, Bai Fan sealed him. The teacher he respected died, but he was left alive due to the seal. However, this made Qing Shui feel even more pain. As his memories slowly reawakened, he went completely mad. Mad from sorrow. He faced devastation in his early years. He was the prince of the country of clear water. He was pursued by killers and, facing the sadness and despair, he awakened his G realm. Then he returned to the country of clear water with monstrous hatred and killing intent. That night, rivers of blood flowed in the country of clear water. Many cultivators died. He got his revenge, but the joy in his life disappeared. In his life, all he did was kill, kill, kill. His killing intent was shocking, and as he killed, he entered the Thunder Celestial Realm. In the Thunder Celestial Realm, after spending his entire life in grief and slaughter, he met his teacher. He also met the woman that warmed his cold and closed-off heart. For this woman, he gave up slaughter and gave up everything. He eventually became Celestial Lord Qing Shui of the Thunder Celestial Realm. He thought he had found the joy that had left him for many years, and during those days, he was indeed very happy. However, all of this evaporated during his madness. It was like the moon reflected in the water, much too fragile. He personally killed his wife, and her blood filled with affection flowed to her face. That blood caused his soul to tremble and awaken him from the madness. The moment he awakened, he saw his wife struggling to touch his face with her hand. As her hand lost all strength and fell, Qing Shui let out the most desperate roar in his life. From then on, there was no such thing as happiness in his life. The roar that came from the cultivation planet caused Wang Lin to tremble. The composure in his eyes collapsed, he couldn't remain calm anymore. Excitement appeared in his eyes. Qing Shui was not dead. Although his roar was filled with madness and slaughter, Wang Lin began to laugh. His laughter was filled with joy as he knew Qing Shui was not dead. As long as Qing Shui was not dead, then Wang Lin was confident he could make senior brother Qing Shui regain his sanity. The Joss Flame Black Dragon was hit by the roar from Qing Shui as it charged toward the planet, making its body tremble. It felt the killing intent from the roar and the dense slaughter essence. Wang Lin took a step forward as he laughed. He grabbed the black dragon and threw it behind him. I'll let you go. But if you kill even a single person in the inner realm, I'll destroy you. The black dragon's body trembled and then it revealed unimaginable joy. It nodded at Wang Lin before disappearing without a trace. Wang Lin's figure gave off a monstrous golden light, and with a step, he closed in on the planet. At this moment, the many smaller planets that formed the right arm smashed toward Wang Lin. After learning that Qing Shui was still alive, Wang Lin ran out of patience. He no longer suppressed the rejection force in his body. When the arm arrived, the golden light in his body disappeared and 7 golden stars appeared between his eyebrows. Wang Lin's right hand formed a fist and he punched at the incoming arm. Thunderous rumbles echoed, then the large right arm of the cultivation planet collapsed and countless fragments were knocked in all directions. Wang Lin paused for a moment and quickly recovered. At this moment, the cultivation planet's left arm closed in and smashed toward him. Scram! A flash of golden light radiated from Wang Lin's eyes as he looked over. A bolt of golden thunder shot out, and it was covered in golden fire. It collided with the left arm on the cultivation planet. There was a thunderous bang and large amounts of cracks appeared in the planet's left arm. Golden fire rushed into the cracks, and as the heat spread, the arm collapsed. It was as if there was no force that could stop Wang Lin and his determination to save Qing Shui. With his third step, Wang Lin arrived above the giant planet. Just at this moment, the old man's eyes shined and he raised his hands. His hands formed a seal, then he closed them before jerking them open. The moment the seal appeared, the entire planet trembled and the earth moved. Countless mountains collapsed and 2 large mountain ranges slowly rose. From afar, these 2 mountain ranges looked to be straight and tens of thousands of kilometers long, parallel to each other. They looked like 2 branches, and if there was a scroll between them, it would look like a painting that was spread out. Mountain and river painting, protect the alliance. An ancient voice came from the old man's mouth. At this moment, ripples appeared in the area between 2 mountains. From away, this looked like a painting. When the painting appeared, the entire planet trembled. Then ripples echoed and ink began to fly out as if it had a soul. It gathered before the old man and formed a phantom painting that was more than 100,000 feet large. The painting spread out and became even more clear. It was filled with magnificent mountains and rivers. Wang Lin had seen the mountain and river painting before. Greed had a screen that had a copy of the mountain and river painting on it. Today, Wang Lin was looking at the real mountain and river painting that was a treasure from the Rain Celestial Realm. Back then, the Cultivation Alliance were the first to enter the Rain Celestial Realm when it collapsed, obtaining a lot of treasures. It looks like that is true. Wang Lin felt a powerful pressure as he looked at the mountain and river painting. Wang Lin even felt Joss flames inside. It seemed that there were Joss flame disciples inside. The mountain and river painting formed its own realm, and its origin was unknown to many. At this moment, the mountain and river painting opened and rapidly spread. A suction force appeared and attempted to pull Wang Lin in. At this moment, Wang Lin felt like he was being devoured by the nether beast. Space itself seemed to be absorbed by the mountain and river painting. A sense of time seemed to appear, as if countless years had passed as it sucked. Wang Lin's clothes fluttered and he raised his right hand as his eyes shined golden. As the mountain and river painting sucked, countless ripples spread and a thunderous roar came from the distance. A giant palm print suddenly appeared above Wang Lin and the painting. The lines on the palm print were extremely clear. What was even more shocking was the golden light this palm print emitted and the shocking celestial spiritual energy that spread across the brilliant void. This celestial spiritual energy was very pure, far stronger than the celestial thunder and fire Wang Lin had used earlier. It had reached a terrifying degree. War Spirit Print. The most authentic War Spirit Print used by Wang Lin with his celestial bloodline. The celestial body that was like an origin soul inside Wang Lin's body released a large amount of celestial spiritual energy into his right arm. This caused the War Spirit Print to be filled with even more celestial spiritual energy. Such pure celestial spiritual energy appearing in the brilliant void star system was the same as dropping a drop of water into boiling oil. The moment the water falls into the oil, it will explode. Since the birth of the brilliant void star system, such pure celestial spiritual energy had never appeared before. The moment the war spirit print appeared, this pure celestial spiritual energy set off a monstrous wave. It shocked a number of people and caused them to be filled with disbelief. In the summoned river, although it had fallen to the outer realm, there was a young man without any mark between his eyebrows walking with a lazy expression. "Ah, where is the place Uncle Master Ma mentioned? Why is it so hard to find? It should be here, but I still can't find the entrance," the young man muttered, then his expression suddenly changed. This kind of change had never appeared on his face before since he came to the inner realm. This is celestial spiritual energy. This celestial spiritual energy is so pure that not even Uncle Master Ma can compare. This is a royal celestial. Who is it? Who descended? Damn it, how could a royal celestial come here? How did they find it? The mysterious old ghost John and the noble ancient celestial realm were also shocked by this celestial spiritual energy. This video will end here.